So the NTE 1.1 livestream was absolutely insane. I expected it to be good, but not this good. They revealed so many crazy mechanics and new features that I was genuinely getting hyped while watching it. First of all, the biggest surprise for me was the reveal of two brand new locations. The first one was Sunward Island. I honestly did not expect a completely new region in version 1.1 because the leaks barely mentioned anything about a new area. But wow, this island looks absolutely beautiful. It has that perfect summer atmosphere mixed with strong Japanese anime vibes. And speaking of anime, when I looked closer, it actually reminded me a lot of summertime rendering. That anime also takes place on an island, and there are some similarities between Sunward Island and the island from the anime. Maybe they were even inspired by it. If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. They also introduced a new main quest called Dreamwalk Corridor, and this is where the main story of the game really begins. This quest looks like it's going to be full of shocking events, and the story takes a much darker, more surreal, and more psychological turn than the previous patches. The quest focuses heavily on the supernatural phenomena in Hesperia City, and how they connect to the human mind and human sins. The story begins when a powerful, large-scale anomaly tears apart the boundary between reality and the dream world in part of the city. Because of this, citizens and even some of the Espers fall into a state of eternal sleep, or what looks like a collective nightmare. As the protagonist, your mission is to go deep into these complicated mind corridors, the Dreamwalk Corridor, in order to wake them up and contain the crisis. And the role of Lacrimosa and Chaos in the story is huge. Lacrimosa feels like the emotional center of this patch. Her abilities, which are connected to liquids, mirrors, and environmental transformation, fit perfectly with the illusion-heavy atmosphere of the Dreamwalk Corridor. During the quest, you'll uncover the truth behind her past and her motivations. Chaos, on the other hand, works as a senior officer of the ETD-6 security division. His job is to physically contain dangerous threats and track down this anomaly. His mist-based power, along with his tracker hound, helps you find hidden paths and secret routes inside these strange mind corridors. His presence gives the whole mission a more serious, detective-like tone. The main quest also takes you directly into the newly unlocked areas of the map. The Corridor of Echoes is basically the physical manifestation of the Dreamwalk Corridor itself, a place where modern city architecture has been twisted into bizarre, floating, and distorted forms. There are also new gravity and perspective puzzles in this quest. To progress, you'll need to solve environmental challenges that involve manipulating gravity, walking on walls, and using mental portals to move through these surreal spaces. And the enemies you fight along the way are basically manifestations of the trapped people's fears, painful memories, and heavy karma. At the end of this storyline, you'll face a massive and challenging boss, the original source of this dream anomaly. Defeating it will not only complete the patch's story, but also unlock it as a weekly boss so you can farm materials for character upgrades. These NTE anomaly quests are terrifying, and I really think the 1.1 quest is going to be the scariest and most dangerous one so far. So, now let's move on to the new characters. I'm pretty sure most of you already know the 1.1 characters because there are already tons of videos about them everywhere. One really interesting thing about Lacrimosa is that during combat, she can actually copy enemy abilities and use them herself. That mechanic looked super unique, and apparently some of those abilities unlock after completing special spin-off quests too. Another thing I absolutely did not expect, 5 outfits for Tomoda Devil. Yes, 5, and they all looked adorable and super stylish. Now let's talk about Chaos, because we finally got official information about him. Chaos is an S-Class Lakshana character, affiliated with BAC ETD-6. His combat style looks insane. He fights like a gunslinger, using both a gun and a scythe together for fast and flashy combos. His Esper ability lets him summon thick mist and shape it into a tracker hound anomaly that fights beside him during battle. And the coolest lore detail is this: the heavier the karma around him is, the more mist he can control. But the craziest part is probably his teleport mechanic. He can leave the hound somewhere on the battlefield as a teleport anchor, and then instantly teleport back to it whenever he wants. His gameplay looks extremely fast and flashy. He gives me the same stylish energy as Lacrimosa. Chaos also has 2 outfits of his own, although not as many as Tomoda Devil. Another massive surprise from the livestream was Underground Circuit. At this point, it doesn't even feel like normal racing anymore. It feels more like Death Race. The mode now supports 6 players, and every vehicle can use weapons. Players can even steal other cars during matches, and yes, 2 players can ride in the same vehicle, one driving while the other controls the weapons. There are rocket launchers, machine guns, and different weapon pickups around the map, meaning you can literally destroy enemy vehicles mid-race. I'm not gonna lie, this mode looks insanely fun, and I'm pretty sure they took inspiration from Death Race. The social features also got a huge upgrade. The Bagel app is basically Facebook inside NTE now. You can upload pictures, make posts, and interact with other players directly in-game, which is pretty cool. They also introduced Fight Club, a new combat-focused mode that heavily tests your hand-to-hand fighting skills. A new boss called Tornado is also coming to the game, and apparently we'll need to defeat it during events. Another feature I really liked is the auto driving system. So if you don't feel like driving manually, you can just activate auto drive, and your car will automatically take you to your destination. Version 1.1 is also bringing several new events. Personally, I think the Fight Championship event looks like the best one so far. And finally, they showed optimization improvements and roadmap updates, which means they are clearly focusing on fixing issues and improving the overall experience. They also gave us 10 solid dice for free. On top of that, they teased a special reward for all players after the update. Anyway, that was basically everything important from the NTE 1.1 livestream. I did skip some of the smaller details because otherwise this video would be way too long. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.